WWE All Stars is an arcade wrestling game featuring 15 different superstars and 15 different legends. However, there isn't much here to do. In my opinion, wrestling games are the best when they're at their most ridiculous. It's the reason Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth are some of my favorite wrestling games of all time, so I had a lot of hopes with this one. The models look crazy, the finishers are insane, but there's no opportunity to have fun here beyond an hour or two. The best part of this game is the Path of Champions mode. There are 3 different storylines with 10 matches each for The Undertaker, Randy Orton, and DX, complete with fully animated and fully voice-acted cutscenes. Why are these not part of every WWE game? They were hilarious at times and saved this game from being just a mediocre arcade wrestling game. They gave the game some personality. And there's also a fantasy warfare mode here that pits legend versus superstar in a dream match, such as The Miz and Mr. Perfect. Sure, they stretched a little for these dream matches, but this mode uses every last character in the roster, so I'll let it slide. It's a pretty cool mode with a well-edited promo before each match. You pick a side and play it out. But the good of this game ends there. For starters, the Creative Wrestler mode is fairly basic and doesn't seem worth messing with at all. And match modes are limited too. The only specialty matches here are Extreme Rules and a Steel Cage. And neither of these two are interesting or fun. And this game features hands down the least intuitive control scheme in a wrestling game, period. I felt like I was bashing the shoulder pads than I was the face buttons. The button to pin and run are right next to each other. You can imagine how many annoying moments that creates. As well as the button for checking under the mat and climbing back into the ring are the same. Running and Irish Whip are the same button. I never got an Irish Whip, the most common move for me in any other game other than by accident. It really ruined the gameplay experience as I felt like I was button mashing rather than setting things up and picking and choosing my attacks. Which brings me to the matches themselves. This game is more about the KO than it is the pinfall, and you can only KO with the finisher. You can pin, but the computer kicks out 90% of the time no matter how hurt you have them. And that's if you can even get them to stay down. Again, this is more of an arcade fighter inside of a ring than it is your typical wrestling game. Everything is fast paced and the match can turn on a dime. I like the concept of WWE All Stars. All the craziest superstars with the over-top ridiculous moves. Make them look crazy and arcadey. Make them fly through the air with the simplest things like punches. It sounds like the perfect party game, but the unnecessary overcomplication of commands and lack of any fun modes hurt this game the most. It's an arcade game. If there's any time to experiment with crazy match ideas, this was it, and you missed your opportunity. I give WWE All Stars a 6.5 out of 10.